Welcome everyone to the Season 4 review of the Otago Vaults career mode, where we had a pretty successful limited overs campaign, but a bit of a backward step in the Plunket Shield, you'd have to say. So here's the domestic tables, a very average showing there with 36 points with 6 losses and 2 draws. Just need a wee bit more better performances with the bats. The One Day Cup saw us taking it out, like a very dramatic improvement with the Otago side having a pretty youthful side playing in that, and they did well. In that phenomenal final too, where we only scored a very low 173 and Canterbury were rolled for 150 something. A memorable victory there, and of course we made the final of the 20 over trophy, which we should have won. We were unravelled by a beautiful spell of bowling from Sean Solier. So let's look at the team and the performances for the season. So we'll look at the player records for Otago and the current year. Obviously, Fred scored over 2,000 runs this season, averages 62.88. Bowled a few overs as well. Mark Adair contributed some handy runs, 715 runs at 23.83. Rutherford had a solid year, 484 runs at 30.25. That's okay for an experienced opener, like 35 years of age. He's done his job. 48 50s, 20 hundreds. Of course, he got 100 this season to get the 20 there, and be looking to add a few more games to his career if he doesn't retire. So Mark Adair and Rutherford was solid. Kelly, I thought, had a good year, 457 runs at 41.55, a solid number 3. Cooper, numbers down this year, unfortunately, 421 runs at 26.31. Still good enough to get a contract, though. Foxcroft was pretty good when he was available. He batted low in the order. Finn Allen, 312 runs at 39. Another good year for him. Daryl Mitchell contributed some handy runs, 307 runs at 30.7. I think Fox had a bit of an average campaign, 230 runs at 28.75. Bruce was a bit down on his numbers as well, but we just didn't get enough runs from like the batsmen. Like, we've got a couple of batsmen there. Well, Fred would have averaged pretty high for the team when he was available. Kelly there, but yeah, apart from that, like the next best averages were 34 and 39. Just too many collapses from the team, really, when you think about it. So the wickets. Mark Adair, top in the charts there. Kay in his debut season, 7 matches, 29 wickets at 26.55. He's got a good future ahead of him. Michael Ray played the 4 games, 26 wickets at 22.27. Shane Williams, 5 games, 16 wickets at 31.31. I think his numbers could be a little bit better than that. And Jacob Duffy, 13 wickets at 29.23. It's sort of everyone else sort of struggled a wee bit. Hall, 6 wickets at 64.17. He's still got a wee bit of work to do on his bowling. Muller, 5 wickets at 55, 4 wickets for Fulcher. Bickerton got 2 opportunities to showcase his craft, and he just showing a little bit of consistency now, like in his second 11 stuff. He'll probably play a lot of second 11 stuff, of course, over the next 3 to 4 seasons. It's going to take a wee while to get him up to speed. Truscott got a game as well in this campaign, just off the back of his relatively solid back end of the season. I will probably judge to see how much he wants in terms of a salary. Kitson just played the 1 game, 27 overs, no wickets there. So, yeah, pretty average year in terms of the first class comp. Just not enough runs scored from the batsmen. So the one-day international year, the 1 day year, runs. Fred Sutherland, 1,660 runs at 69.17. He's played all over the world, played international cricket, incredible average. Hamish Rutherford next on the list, 11 games, 503 runs, 45.73 the average, and a good strike rate of 104.1. He had a magnificent year, 1 day cricket, and showing age is not a factor for him. Kelly, 440 runs at 48.89. Cox, 410 runs at an average of 82. He really stepped up. It was good to see. Mark Adair was really good for us with the ball in the campaign. He took some very, very crucial wickets. Finn Allen, a good season for him. 291 runs at 41.57. Some handy contributions. Cooper had just the 5 games, but a good, respectful average of 46.6. Taylor was put at the top and instructed to hit out at the start. He 207 runs at 34 is pretty respectful for his first start. He will at least develop under Allen anyway, and he will get reasonable opportunities. Daryl Mitchell contributed another handy few runs, 127 runs, only batted a few times, bowled a few overs, and was reasonably economical. Foxcroft with the 2 games. I don't think he played any games for us this season. I'll just have to have a wee look. I think there were 2 one-day internationals. Yeah, he didn't get a go for us. We got young Gopal. He got a few opportunities. We didn't talk about his first class, but 250s at 36.67, averages 70. Maybe he won't be back next season. Fulcher, his batting went a little bit backwards, but his bowling is coming along. 12 wickets at 36.25 there. And yeah, that's the reason why we won the competition. A lot of people averaging in the high 40s. Cox had a really good standout year of 82. And that's why we deserved to win that one-day competition. And as mentioned, look at the bowling averages as well. Like, we had Kay and Kitson. That bowling combination won us the comp, I reckon. Just Kay was so hard to hit. 19 wickets at 22.63. Kitson 19 wickets at 25.68. And there were some handy contributions throughout. Muller played 3 games for 6 wickets, 16.17 the average. Williams a bit of an average year there, down below. But overall, really, really wrapped that we won that competition out of nowhere. So that's our second piece of silverware for the Otago Vaults. The 20-over year, effectively, is next. We should have won this competition. I was a wee bit disappointed with that. Fred's had a golden year. I tell you what, 1,000 runs over all the formats. Average of 44.67 there for Fred. Finn Allen had a couple of good scores towards the back end of the 20-over Super Smash. He got out at a crucial time when we were about 87 for 1 or something in that final against Auckland. We just got absolutely skittled. Mark Adair had a good bowling campaign. Kelly, 9 matches, 254 runs at 28.22 was pretty good. Tom Bruce, respectful as well, 210 at 23.3. Rutherford was okay at the top, 206 runs at 20.6. I think he got 250s in that. He had a lot of failures in between. Daryl Mitchell was, again, a good contributor with the bats. Foxcroft played mostly for New Zealand for those statistics. Cooper, he was better than his usual numbers, but an average of 18.71 is just simply not going to cut it. Williams, I tell you what, had a magnificent campaign with the bat. He got us over the line in one of those games. But yeah, we had enough people averaging high enough to do the job, but it was our bowling that was, again, exceptional in the limited over stuff. Williams obviously played a few games for Dhaka as well, really shone. He got 20 wickets, I believe, for the campaign for the Vaults. He got 8 wickets for Dhaka. 19 wickets at 13 for K. I think that guy's got a promising future. I hope he gets a contract somewhere, like a 2020 league or something like that, or even county cricket. Muller, 11 wickets at 14. Duffy, come back towards the back end of the season. He got injured early on, but he got 4 wickets at 30.5. And yeah, nothing too much else there from the bowlers. That brings a wrap to the season. Very, very happy with how the team is progressing, actually. Like, we've got good experienced batsmen. We're developing the odd player there. The keys for next season is maybe to target a young opener, just as Cooper and Rutherford are getting on a fair age. Like, the averages are still good enough to warrant a spot in the squad. But it'd be good just to have another guy to go with Taylor, and just over the next couple of seasons, just gradually prepare for the retirements of those players. The bowling attack, the seam attack's looking quite good. We've got Kay, we've got Williams, we've got Kitson, that's good in the limited over stuff at the moment. There is some talent there to work with. And we've got the experience of Ray, Muller and Duffy still round. So a lot of positive signs for the Vaults, but the key next season would be to do a lot better on the Plunket Shield. We let ourselves down in that campaign, like, big time, to say the least. But it'll be interesting to see how the recruitment special and that goes, guys. But join us for that. Smash the like button as always. I'm enjoying having you guys in the Discord and things like that. And yeah, we'll see you again for another Otago Vaults Career Mode episode.